I would just say, boxes are probably my most favorite thing I've ever had in my existence. I would buy a box just to have a box in my room.
I was muted, wasn't I? Oh my god. Buick, MVP for today. Just let you guys know. MVP. I would have kept talking. I would have kept going. Buick, you get 50 calf points today. 50 calf points going in your pocket. Use those however you desire. 50 calf points right in your pocket for telling me I was muted. Thank you. So we didn't spend more than like 30 seconds muted. I managed to do the and then muted myself. Well, when I switch scenes, it does other things, so, you know. Hi, Joy, welcome in. I hope you're having a good day today. Hi, Vainless, my day's going great. No, I'm not bleeding, but it does itch really bad. Have you guys ever had a box cut before? You know, it's because it's not like a paper cut. It's a cardboard box cut, and the reason they hurt so much, right, is because it's not a piece of paper. It's a thicker piece of thing, and it slices your flesh open, and so it creates a barrier. Did you know that in Ender Magnolias you can use the memories menu to refight bosses? I did see that, yes. I'm not doing that. Do you want me to go back and refight that final boss? You discovered this by accident? Oh, I think I did see it in the Lilies one in the very first game. I vaguely remember seeing it, but I was like, well, I don't feel the need to ever use that again. Boxes are sharper. You can't convince me not. Boxes are very sharp. Actually, how I injured myself today is I was trying to get food, and I opened my biscuit box, and I was opening my biscuit box, and I was lazy, and I didn't pop both tabs open. I thought I could just pop the one tab open and like hold it open, right? And just hold it open and then like reach my hand in and take the biscuit without removing the other tab. And so when I did this, I was trapped already. And when I went to lift the other tab that was still there and horizontal and sharp, I lifted and it was like, oh, you slightly went to the left. That means I get to cut you now. So easy to food in this economy by the power of berries. To casually no damage Guillory at the central stratum. Nice. Hey Valk. No, it's another one of those Nature Valley biscuits with almond butter. I love these things. They're so yummy. It's only 190 calories, and it's got like all of the vitamins in it. It's got 14 grams of whole grain. It's got sodium. Stop hurting your body. Fight me, I dare you. I thought biscuit eaters are bad. No. This is a biscuit sandwich. This is totally different. It's totally different. Don't question things, Fainless. You know better. How dare you? Hi, Diesel. Good to see you. Welcome in. Did you all have a good day today? Are you staying out of the storms? Are you staying safe? Are you staying fed? I found a video today that I thought was really interesting that I wanted to share with everybody. Biscuit eaters are only bad if it's our biscuits they're eating. Exactly. If you're eating my biscuit, is a problem, and I must destroy violently. Is anybody in chat? Do you guys like rice? Do you consume rice on a semi-regular basis? Because I like rice, right? I just don't like cooking rice. Cooking rice takes too long, and so I was looking into ways for storing.
Spoon is too big.
Well, then get a bigger spoon holder. But I was watching this video on a nutritionist, and they were like, hey, the reason why you don't really want to cook rice ahead of time and like leave it out is because it's got all that bacteria in it, right? And there's like this thing where that if you eat rice when it's been sitting out for a while, it makes you sick. And she said, but she found a way that if you freeze the rice in like little 250 milliliter silicone molds and you freeze them, you can actually leave them in the freezer until you want to eat them. And then you just put them in a bowl with like an ice cube or a little bit of water to like refluffify it. And you just put it in the microwave and then it's perfect, you know? And so you can freeze rice in portions to then take out later and microwave back into normal consumption material. But you need day-old rice for fried rice? I have never done that. I always use fresh rice. You're crazy. Why would you use day-old rice for fried rice? Why wouldn't you just make fresh rice and then make it fried? Valk's over here trying to cause a ruckus. I see how it is. There's fresh rice. Of course, of course. Everyone uses day-old rice for fried rice. I have never used day-old rice for fried rice. Hang on. I gotta text my wife this information. Dearest wife, chat is saying you have to use day-old rice for fried rice. Is this true? Okay, there, I've sent that to my dearest wife. She will probably get back to me. She always knows things. She knows things better than you guys know things. I mean, she knows a lot of things. I'm just saying, I can't take Valk at his word, you know? Valk lies to me a lot, and so I have to double check these variables just in case. Now, I know Bewick would never lie to me, but Bewick didn't say anything. Therefore, I can't trust Valkyrie, so. Hi, Kara. Hi, Jesse. Good to see you. Technically, Fainless also verified that you're supposed to use day-old rice, but now I have conflicting viewpoints. I have one person who always lies to me, one person I trust, and Bewick didn't say anything, who would have been the tiebreaker, so I gotta wait. You hate it here? No, you don't. We're gonna play games on Saturday. Saturday morning, early morning, I'm gonna be playing Gunfire Reborn with Valk over on his channel. And I'm gonna kick his butt. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna get all the points, and it's gonna be great. Very excited. Very excited for Saturday. Also on Saturday, I'm gonna be playing more Skyrim over on Verdant's channel. Yeah. It's good stuff. After stream today, I'm gonna be joining Kane over on her stream because she's amazing and I like her a lot. Skyrim, yes, I do play Skyrim a little crazily though. I'm a gremlin, and I like to steal stuff, so. Which makes my dear imperial-minded partner very cross, as I am. The other side of the barn. Oh yeah, the god of gunfire versus two noobs. We'll get good, man. I don't know what to tell you. You can get good. I believe in you. I believe in the fate of whatever it is you desire. I forgot. Today, I started early because I wanted to chit-chat a little bit before we get started. But today, I purchased a game off of the Steam Summer Sale. As you all know, it is currently ongoing. And I figured we could do a little work today. And so I'm working with this guy named Stanley. I was told that our boss is really overbearing, and there's like this weird voice or whatever they like to speak to us through the speakers. So I gotta go to work here, and I figured I'd just bring you guys with me to see what's going on with that. I'll get good when you get good at all my games. Last few hours? What are you? Oh, for the Steam sale. Yeah. What games of yours am I not good at? I feel like I'm better at you in every game. Meh. Wow. No, listen. Hi, Atha.
Atha Gorn just resubbed for 36 months. Let's go. Very close to 1 year, but still a month away from the birthday Catherine.
Let's go, Atha Gorn. Thank you so much for the 36-month resub. I appreciate you. That's almost a whole year. Let's go. We fightin', Valk? What's wrong? What's wrong? That's the most smuggest smile I've ever seen. Those stongs. How are you, Atha? I hope you're doing well. I was just over here talking to Valk really quick. I was telling Valk how amazing Valk is and how generous that he is to let me win every game we ever play together. Such a good guy, Bad Valkyrie's Kiss. So nice. So nice. So kind. Don't even worry about it, Valk. Don't even worry about it. I got you. You know all of those words are lies. I don't know what you're talking about. It's not like there's any kind of video evidence of anything I've ever said before. Who would record me? That's crazy. I'm just a silly little bean on the internet. All of this goes into the void that no one will ever see again after the stream today, so. Cotton 4K, is that what is happening? Is that what is happening right now? You're trying to catch me in 4K? I am excited for stream tomorrow, though. Oh my gosh. We get to start spicy bacon tomorrow. Did you guys know that? Did you know we're starting spicy bacon tomorrow? Most of you should understand what that means. Those that don't know, you should come tomorrow and you'll see that we're starting spicy bacon tomorrow. I am so excited. Yeah, we're starting spicy bacon. It's the FFXIVSB. FFXIVSB, that is tomorrow. So FFXIV spicy bacon. Yeah. FFXIV DLCSB. How many more letters can we put in that? SMH. These things happen. Don't worry about it. Would it be considered DLC? Or is it just an expansion? But what would you reduce expansion to? It would just be E, right? So it would be FFXIV ESB. Or maybe EPSB? It's an expansion. You're an expansion of amazingness. I'm sorry, I'm in a bit of a gremlin mentality today, so I don't know how well my new boss is gonna take it when we get in here to work with Stanley. But we'll see. Sounds like R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Find out what it means to me. You called me amazing. DLEC, downloadable expansion content. FFXIV DLECSB. There we go. I'm going to make Kane very cross because Kane hates it when I say FFXIV. She wants me to say Final Fantasy 14 or just 14. She wants me to cut everything else off, but I can't at this point. It's too late. I've been saying it for so many months now. At least 6. She's just gonna have to accept the fact that we say FFXIV. You spelt it wrong, Atha. It's FFXIV, not FFIDV DLECSB. It's FFXIV. Gotta remember to put that X in there, otherwise you're just an IV. I forgot the X, my bad. That's okay. Twitter's better anyway. I should just start the game. I should start the game and keep this gremlin energy for the game, right? I should just start the game. I should start the game, and that way you guys can be gremlins with me. It's Ivy because you need it in your veins until you don't. I don't need anything in my veins except for Monster Energy Drink, the energy drink for all of those that desire to consume it. Monster Energy Drink to keep you awake for long periods of time to game to your heart's content. Monster Energy Drink, the only thing you can drink anymore. Sorry. Cease. I is enjoying gremlinness. Well, we're gonna be adding more gremlinness. I think the brainworms have colonized Cath. What brainworms. They're good brainworms. What do you mean? Sounding like a dang Outer Worlds advert. Brought to you by Carl's Jr. We're sending you the bill for this sponsored segment. Monster Energy Drink. TM. The worms. The worms. They're taking over the brain sickle. They're taking it over. I don't know what to do anymore. It's terrible. One of these days, they're just gonna start spilling out of my ears, all the brain worms. Oh my gosh, it's terrible. You think we could turn them into candy? Then you'd have brainworm candy? And then you eat them to continue the cycle? That was too far, Kath. That was too far. That was too far. We're going to the game. It's too far. Alright, so the game, we're going to work now. If you guys didn't know, we're gonna start the game now. That sounds a good way to save money. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Alright, so if you guys haven't ever gone to work before, this is a working game. We play this game to work. Okay, there we go. OMG. Sounds like a good way to save money. You know what I've been doing? The game is inside the game and is inside the game again. I don't know what you're talking about. Are you crazy? This is clearly just a blue screen. There's nothing on it yet. Are we getting the broom closet ending? I don't know. I've never played this game before. I bought it on sale because Steam had it. And I've always wanted to play it, but I have never personally played this game before. So I'm excited. I'm excited.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
How's the audio?
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
427, got it.
Employee number 427's job was simple.
Smooth,
He
you're
sat at his desk
smooth.
in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
I like
Orders
buttons.
came to him through a monitor on his desk,
Okay.
telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
Okay.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Exciting.
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Stanley was happy.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
Was there a
Something
cup
he would
involved?
never quite forget.
Okay.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Aw,
No
man,
one had
Stanley.
showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation.
Are we in the back rooms?
Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as
Hang on. Diesel said it was a little quiet. I'm just a little bump. Just a little bit.
he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh. Oh, the sensitivity's a little high. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Doesn't seem to be changing anything. Okay, 0 sensitivity. That's where we're at. Can I read the documents? Oh, I can't jump. Okay. Why is everything a little slidey? So insensitive. Yeah,
All of his
you're right.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Zoom.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Uh-huh. Alright, where's this meeting room? Is it over here? No. Okay. Hello? Friendos? Projections, something, something. I can't read that. They're in the meeting room?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Left door. Curious.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Tips for not getting
Feeling
fired.
a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I was reading that. How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside of you. Take out passive-aggressive on-land coworkers. Resent coworkers for not supporting you more. That's not how that works. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. I mean, that's fair. My job also likes to use slides for stuff. Everyone is unique. You, most of all. I am unique, aren't I? I'm pretty cool or whatever, hair flip. Does this circle through? Number of slides on this slide. Slides, charts, and slides. That's pretty good. That's really informative. I like that. Rate at which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Rate of increase in graphs per slide. That's a lot of graphs. Oh! Please, no more charts. I'm begging. Stop. The boss appreciation minute. Circle to the top 20 things you love most about your boss.
Boxes are probably my most favorite thing I've ever had in my existence.
I can't see.
Box just to have a box.
I'm trying to read the slides. You can't see them. They can't hurt you. That's fair. Why did we hire you? I was trying to read that. What are your dreams of the future? Comatose. Clear skin. That's pretty good. Pretty good. I just want to know if this... Oh, there we go. It's circled now. Okay. Well... Not cost efficient. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Chris! Chris is in the broom closet! Okay. It takes 2 people to start a fight, and right now I'm both of them. Oh! Is Chris in the broom closet?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Okay. I didn't see Chris in the broom
Coming
closet.
to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Most inspirational thing I've heard all year. It's not there. That's the bathroom. Can I go in the bathroom? Oh! Huh. To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. Huh. Should we be worried? Kath is following directions. Listen, I've never played this game before. Maybe I want to follow the directions the first time. Hello, boss?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Guys, should I be concerned that there's a voice inside my head? Oh. Only one? Depends on what it's saying. Oh. I mean, it's telling me where to go. If it's saying spin, listen to it. What, you don't have
Descending
someone
deeper
narrating
into
your
the
every
building,
move?
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
I did feel
It was a stirring
peculiar.
of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
I don't know,
This
man.
question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Okay.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley
I
thought
don't
to
know.
himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Mind control and murder. These things happen, Gray. These things happen. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Button.
Now the monitors jumped to life.
Fired!
Their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And
Yo, Pudding Pie! Welcome in, writers! I hope you had an absolutely lovely stream. Oops, oh, it still got it. Good, excellent. Thank you so much for the follow, Mulberries. Thank you. How was your stream today? You were just chatting, understandable. I bought this game on the Steam sale, and this is my first playthrough of it. How are you? I hope you had a lovely day today. And if you obviously need to raid and run, I totally understand. Make sure you get your food and water and whatever else you need to do your self-care.
Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I think I'm gonna get consumed. You love this one? Hope it's lots of fun for you. Well, I got the ultimate one, which apparently is like the new one with a bunch of new stuff in it, so. Button.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
No, not really. You also needed the money.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in
Super
someone
fun.
else's
Good.
control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had
Probably.
he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
No, this is just having a 9-to-5 job. And you do what they tell you to do. This is just a normal thing. I don't know why
Here was
everyone's
the proof.
freaking out.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad
Oh.
or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
And how am I supposed to do that? A voice inside my brain. Is a button? That. 3. There's a 1, 2. 2. I need to put these in order. Hang on. 3. Well, if that's 5, where is 4? I don't know where 4 is. I think it wants me to go through the door on the other side. I mean, 4's definitely up there, but... Mind controls idle awaiting input. Sure. Would help if we could see anything, I know, right? I don't know what that says.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Okay. Sure, why not? That seems like a normal Cath thing to do. Yeah, turn it off. Is that the whole game?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Seems like a really short game, chat.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
No, I don't really
But
care.
as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
I desire
For it
to
was
leave.
not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was
Oh,
perhaps
what a nice
the
house.
only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Just making sure it wasn't gonna, like, dump me into a hole
Stanley
or
felt the
something.
cool breeze upon his skin. The feeling of
There we go, we
liberation.
won! Good job, everybody. Man,
immense
that's a really
possibility
short
of the
game.
new
I
path
spent a
before
lot
him.
of money on a really short
This
game.
was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Well, I guess we gotta play my follow-up game. I got an achievement for completing the Stanley Parable. Wow, that's hilarious. All right, okay. Now we don't listen to him anymore.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Meh, 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 meh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Going to the right door.
this was not the correct way to the meeting room,
I
and
don't
Stanley
care.
knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Or get a snack. Can I have a snack?
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I'm stressed that I can't get a drink.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room.
It
A
is.
room so utterly captivating that
I'm gonna
even
sit.
though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished,
Thank you,
here you sit
Viewit.
looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
It's fine you have your can of Monster Energy drink TM there. I do.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected
creepy.
poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
What? That's just mean. I wanted a
Stanley
drink.
sat around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed
Narrator
and there was
throwing
no more,
shade.
he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
You could. Can I go back? No. I was trying to trigger it for like the going out and then the back in thing. Doesn't seem to care though.
But at last, he
No.
had enough of the amazing
Aw.
room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
What company is this? Oh. Are we a shipping company? Do not jump from cargo lift while in motion, will cause death.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
No,
Well, I don't know how to convince you of this,
but
I really do want to help you, to show you something
But
beautiful.
let
me prove it.
I just
Let me
saw-
prove that I'm on your side.
This was obviously
Give me
a
a chance.
secret. This was obviously a secret. I had to go land on it. So I wasn't trying to cut you off. You could have kept talking. I just jumped down, you know? Man, this guy throws a lot of shade.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Chat, do we go through the red door or the blue door? Cause I don't know, maybe we should believe him, you know? Maybe he's a good guy right now. Maybe I'm just being a gremlin for no good reasons, you know? Maybe spray paint one of them green. Tell the narrator you're colorblind? How do I do that? Mr. Narrator, I am colorblind, therefore I cannot see the door. Alright.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me.
Okay, well
You
now
see
I
that
don't
really
want
have
to.
wanted you to be happy all this time. The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley?
I didn't know we were in a
I wanted to
relationship.
We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Well, here's the thing. I can't see inside that door. I don't really want to go into the darkness. I feel like I should really be able to see what's inside the door, my man. It's just the same door on either side. Okay. Oh!
What do we want? What are we looking for?
I don't know.
Here.
Space?
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful.
Comprehension is over it anyway. Hi,
Right
Zeus.
here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
I mean, that's pretty cool. It bothers me that they don't connect up there in the middle. Oh! I was looking at those. Okay. It's very pretty colors, but do you have a button for me to press? I'm just gonna... Oh, it's green! Wait, hang on! Uh-huh. Is that it? Well, it's a nice green. Alright, I'm gonna... It's a lovely green, sir. I'm just gonna go now. Oh, we got red now. That's neat.
No, wait. Where are you going?
Nowhere? Why, what's wrong? It was very nice, but I'm bored.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Uh-huh. How is that my problem?
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Man, this guy's kind of cray-cray. Okay, okay, okay. Gaslight me much?
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
Can't fall off the edge. Interesting. I don't really want to stay here though, my man. Listen, I'm gonna go down the thing since you're being weird. I'm gonna go down the thing.
No. What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here.
I didn't achieve nothing.
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die. What about this isn't getting through to you?
Uh-huh.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
I mean, I want somewhere else to go. Whee!
No! Oh, thank God you lived.
My
You
bones.
had me worried there for a moment.
Ah,
Now,
my bones.
Can we please get back to the other room?
Oh, look. It looped.
There. See? This is what you want. This
Not
is where we can
really.
both be happy. We
Well,
really
you can stay here
if we
then.
stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
You want me to stop moving? I mean, am I bleeding? That would be an interesting thing if they added blood that I was falling onto. Okay, listen, I stopped for like a good solid second. I'm moving on.
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
Don't worry about it, buddy. Don't worry about it.
No. No, what are you doing? Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
I don't want to stay here anymore. There's other bits of the game I gotta get to, buddy. Kath is fish. She cannot stop her. She will drown. Yeah.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Why do you sound so sad?
Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
I see what you're talking about, buddy, but I want to go do other
I
things
know you'll
now.
see. You'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
No, I really can't. Listen, you got your shiny
No,
bits. Now we gotta do other
perhaps not.
stuff. My legs. Ugh, my legs, chat. Can you just jump down
My
from there?
God.
I tried. It
Is
won't
this
let you go
really
to the
how
edge.
much you dislike my game?
No, I want
That
to
you'll
play
throw
more of your
yourself from
game.
this platform over and over to be rid of it?
No, I want to
You
play
were
more
literally
of your
willing to kill
game.
yourself to keep me from
Oh
being
my gosh.
happy.
My
Am I
guy,
reading the situation correctly?
I just want to play other bits of your game. Why are you being like this?
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore.
Oh.
I just wanted us to get along.
We could get
I
along?
guess that was too much to ask.
Oh my gosh.
It
I did
looks
not.
like you wanted to make a
I
choice
wasn't
after
ready for
all.
the guilt tripping.
Well, this one is yours.
Listen, we can play more game together. We can go down other doors together, my guy.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it?
Oh
I'm
my
going back.
Oh, good. Oh, man. Look. We're doing great now, chat. Okay.
All of his coworkers
Back-to-back
gone.
days of games
Look,
with
did
emotional
they?
damage. I know,
Stanley
right?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Emotional damage.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, I did want to go to the door on my left. I did.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Uh-huh.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided, oh no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
What do you mean? If you've never been here before, how would you know I've been in this room before? So he does remember previous playthroughs. What a punk. You know what? I'm gonna sit here. And I have a snacky. How are you, Fainless? How you doing, buddy? I have a snack. How long you think until he stops, actually stops talking to me? Surely he'll talk to me. Like, the whole game is about him. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. What do you guys got planned for later today? You know? How long do I have to stand here to get the broom ending? Not dying of heat stroke? You started up Ender Magnolia after you played Ender Lilies. Oh, how are you liking it? I felt that it was a pretty smooth transition whenever I moved over. Oh, of course, Zeus. Those were great. I love Metroidvania games. Why does this man hate my broom closet? Bye, Gray. Have a good day. I don't know how to get the broom closet ending. I guess we'll go on.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm going downstairs. I refuse. I wonder if there's a way to pick things up. There's a cat on that. I can't read it though. Oh.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in
Cat
such a
meow meow
competitive
meow
economy,
meow meow meow.
why
Kitty
had he
cat
taken
meow
that
meow
risk?
meow meow.
All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For
I'm
example,
looping.
why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh!
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer,
I
an
don't
explanation.
know how this
His
helps
co-workers
us.
weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
Okay.
He thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So,
Sure.
he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head.
Okay.
One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
Okay.
Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Dude, I don't know. You're
now
crazy.
The voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
I do find it
dreaming
strange.
about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be?
This wasn't a
Was
dream.
Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing
Well, then
that
how
if
did I
he's
fly?
asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
But but I
Now, hearing the
flew.
voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream.
Are you sure?
Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago?
That's what
How
I just
else
said.
would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control.
I am
that
in control.
This was a dream.
This is a dream.
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back,
Okay.
the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job.
Oh, I have a wife.
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal.
I am normal, chat.
Everything will be
Look,
fine.
he told me I'm normal. You have to
I
believe me
am
now.
Okay.
Oh, God, it's not okay.
Stanley began screaming.
Ah!
Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
I think I lost my mind there for a second. Sorry, chat. What were we talking about?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal.
Normal.
I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
Well,
It
good.
was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the
Who would ever
meeting
wanna
she
be
had
normal?
scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Interesting. I died again. I'm really good at dying in this game. Alright, chat. Just so you know, it is that time. We've been here for an hour. What we do in an hour, we play a little game called Break Time. And so during this break time chat, I want you to stand up and I want you to stretch and I want you to get some water in your system. And then when we come back, we'll continue more of this game. If you guys want to.
I would just say
You missed.
boxes are probably my most favorite thing.
I'll be right back, guys. And we'll see if we can get
just to have
Stanley
a
out of
box
here.
in my room.
Whee! Hello, chat. Did you guys have a good break? Did you stand up? Did you stretch? Did you get some water? I hope you got some water. I'm back. I'm back from the break, everybody. I stood up and I stretched and my bones popped in and out of place and now we're back again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I feel like there can't be that many endings. How many endings does this game even have?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Chad, he blocked off the broom closet! What? That's so rude! That's so rude.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, so down would probably lead back to that circle of insanity, right? If we go down. So because there was nowhere else to go down there, so we've got to go up. Oh! That's just terrible. I found an elevator. Can I go up? The answer was yes, we can go up still. Hi, Kaga. Thank you so much for your liquid and stretch redemption. I appreciate you. You know what I should probably have made sure is if there was streamer okayness or not. Well, I don't see a button for it, so I'm gonna hope that this is okay. I know it is. I know. I'm always scared because I don't want them muting my VODs, you know? Shakes fist. They tried to mute my intro music of last month. Just my chill intro music. They tried to freaking. Hello? You love how satisfactory put in a stream mode toggle that does nothing just to reassure streamers. I am reassured. Guys, this doesn't do anything. Guys? I'm honestly surprised there wasn't been an audio log for that. Alright, fine. Hi, Paranoid Lich, good to see you. Welcome and welcome in.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Something the definition
What
of
could it
insanity.
mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
What was the code again? I want to know if I can press it now and he doesn't get mad at me. Does anybody remember? 28. Okay, so 2845. I 90210. Alright, so I can't go back there. Oh!
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
I mean, I figured you'd stop me from pressing the button, buddy.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office.
It is, isn't it?
Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have. An incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
I don't think he wants me to be here, Chad. I'm feeling.
Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
I'm gonna go up again. I'm gonna go up again.
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he? Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator.
Listen, I like
I
elevators.
can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time?
Oh my god.
Suspense is
I'm so
killing me.
excited. What if it's not the boss's office? What if it's murder?
Oh my god. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a timeout here for a minute while I process this.
What the? You can't just put me on hold. Come back here.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait! No! I need more time to process.
No, don't you dare! How dare you? I get it, you're cranky with me.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
I think it's broken. I'm gonna go down the elevator.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it?
I love elevators.
Sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
I'm gonna go back up. Revelatory.
You know what?
What's
I
up?
just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow?
Okay, sure. Yeah, I'm down for that.
There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley,
Definitely.
it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flying
don't want
right in their faces
explosions.
from the very moment that things get started.
No, I'm
But
okay.
Where's the tension? Where's the
It's called a
trust in the
slow
audience
burn.
to
Get
build
used to
a
it.
slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises? To have to think and to anticipate.
Horror
and then
games
to
do that a
marvel at
lot.
the eventual reveal.
What do you
This
mean?
is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years. And it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see,
You should have blocked it off if you didn't want me to go that way.
Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley. Because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know?
That's called being a
People look up to
gremlin.
you. Which is why, oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you.
You
so
did
that
what?
you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them.
Chad, do
This
I
is
have an
the
impact on
kind of
you?
gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better.
Hi, Virus.
Oh, good, we're here.
What if I click the button? No, I can't click it. No, wait. Of course I do. Aw, they took away my button privileges.
Okay,
No.
the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
World's healthiest human being. All tricks revealed. The guy who went to Mars. That guy went to Mars. All eyes on Stanley, live on stage. Okay.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door.
I feel like this is a trap.
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley.
Thank you so
Okay,
much for the
it
follow,
looks like
Bean
they're
Dog.
ready for you. Go get them.
Up again, down again. 427, I played the demo! Congratulations, remember where you came from, your coworkers. Stanley and me. Dead? Stanley and me something, age 6. Break a leg, your boss. No one tells stories the way you do. Go get him, Tiger. You break a leg, champ, your boss. Why'd you write that twice? I love the way you write elevators. So funny. Thank you for the heart. Okay. The dude who came up with pizza. Nice. I love pizza. Pizza's really yummy. What's up, everybody? Oh, you're very loud. Oh, that's less loud. Okay. Wait, where's my speech? Wait, I was gonna give a speech. Wait, what do you mean? Aw, chat. I was gonna give you guys a speech. I was gonna be like, hello, it's me, your Green Witch VTuber friendo. I just want you to know that I appreciate everything that you guys do for me, and that I love being able to come here every single day and hang out with you and give you content that hopefully gives you at least a little bit of a smile every now and then. Thank you for the hat bats. How so kind. And I just want you guys to know that I wouldn't be the witch I am today if it wasn't for you guys. And so that is my, oh, I caught one, nice. That is my speech for everybody, just so you guys know, because I love you very much. And I hope that you all have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you for the hearts, I really appreciate it. You guys are the bestest. Mwah, 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 mwah. See, if they had given me the chance. What a lovely speech. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna go back to the game now. Oh, you guys are so kind. This looks different. Why does this look different?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This looks different. Oh. Welcome to the whiteboard ending. Dog mode? Huh. Dog mode, that's pretty good.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We're going in this door.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
No, I want secret doors. Give me doors that are secret.
Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I'm not gonna take that door. Give to us your secrets. Oh.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
There's something in my eyeball. Ah! Okay.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize
looks like
that
an
investing
exit.
your trust in someone else can be difficult, but but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
I thought I could survive.
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I thought I could survive that. I was wrong. Man, they're taking away more and more of my doors.
When Stanley came to a set of
No.
2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the
Ah,
meeting
give
room,
a go,
and
give a
Stanley knew
flip.
it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of
But
art.
they haven't stolen your
But
boxes.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first
You
open
can't
door on
jump.
his left.
I just unlocked an achievement that said, seriously, you can't jump. I keep clicking my jump key as if I, you know, in any other game. You can't jump. That's hilarious. I don't want to go that way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't
Jumping.
5 years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
I don't
I'm
think we
not
did.
your enemy, really, I'm not.
Probably
I
not.
realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult.
I'm just
but the
happy
fact
to
is
be
that the story has
here.
been about nothing but you all this time.
Yeah, these things happen,
There's
buddy.
someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Have I been neglecting
Please,
chat?
stop
Oh
trying to
no,
make
I'm
every
so
decision
sorry,
by
chat. I can't
yourself.
believe I've neglected you
I'm
for
not
so
asking for
long.
me. I'm asking for her.
Chat, do you
This is
need
it, Stanley.
cookies?
Your chance to redeem
Here,
yourself.
I'm sorry. I've
To put
neglected you.
your
Here,
work
take your
aside,
cookies. Take them quickly.
To let her
I'm sorry.
back into your life. She's been waiting.
I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry. I've been neglecting you. Here, please take your cookies. Take them. Take your cookies quick. If you don't take them quickly, it's Kane. You've been neglecting Kane. I've been neglecting my beautiful Kane. All right, I guess you don't get these cookies.
I will just say, boxes are
Give me the
probably my
box.
most favorite thing I've ever
Give
had
those
in my
back.
existence. I
No.
would buy a box
I refuse.
just to have a box in my room.
In my room. Ah. Oh. Ah. Are you biting me? All right, fine. Here's your bloody cookies. Here you go. You take them. You take them. Here's your cookies. Is your cookies. You want these? You want these cookies? You want these cookies? You want them. You want these cookies? You want them. Oh, you got them all wet. Now you got them slimed. Wait, if I hold them away, they won't get slimed. There we go. They're not slimed. Ha ha. That won't stop me. Wah! Well, now they're on the floor. Ha! Touche! Now they're floor cookies. Do enjoy your floor cookies, chat. Oh.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Kane? My beautiful wife, Kane? Hello?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
I don't like you.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
They blocked off my exit. I can't believe you've done this. I was tricked.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Oh, good. Good morning, employee 427 plus N on your keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands
The
nothing
DM has
of
had
him.
enough of your
Every
mischief.
button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
No, I refuse to press your buttons. No! You can't make me! I wish to leave this reality. Oh.
Look at him there,
Fine.
pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown.
This guy's mean.
Fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Man, you're just rude. Press P to watch TV. What TV? Oh, this TV.
And so he began to
Oh!
fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The
Uh-huh.
thought excited him
Where'd our
terribly.
TV go? I don't know. Press H to spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At
Uh-huh.
last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
I think the narrator got sick of my crap.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions.
I didn't
And
find the
down
yellow
another was
line.
a game with a baby.
I didn't
And he
find the
called it
baby.
The Stanley Parable.
We need chicky nuggies.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over
Play
and
your
over,
stupid
wishing
game.
beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
I feel like I keep finding all of the ones where the narrator gets really aggressive towards me. Like, surely there's, like, chill ones, right? Notice the narrator didn't mention the broom closet. Yeah, my broom closet. How freaking dare you?
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed.
You're
The longer he
nothing.
spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life
He
is the
hates
real
fun.
one.
He does hate fun.
And I'm trying to tell him this.
Ah.
That in this world, he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
I'm not gonna push your button, you stupid narrator. This is really hard because the game won't progress unless I click the stupid button. Fine.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way
How's
that
the clock
he'll
ticking while the
understand
hand
that
doesn't
every second he
move?
remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press J to question nothing.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to.
Press X to
I
doubt.
must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time.
The clock is moving.
And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a
What?
button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
What the frick? Hello? I didn't like that ending. I didn't like that ending at all. That was a bad ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh,
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I turned off the computer chat. Oh, I can turn off computers? Wait. Wait, let me do more. Wait, hang on. Two 845. I'm saving electricity. You can't be mad at me for that.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
You don't advance the story. New content.
Oh, new content? What does that mean?
I
New
don't know.
content?
What is this? What is this? How shiny! This feels very Portal. Am I gonna go get my cake now?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Uh-huh.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Uh-huh. I didn't play it back
After receiving
then.
critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
I do have it. I have that game. It's pretty
The Stanley
good.
Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
That's really cool.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Okay.
Okay, so far it's an elevator.
I love
Nothing
elevators.
special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
We like elevators. Elevators.
Is it broken? What's going on here?
I don't know.
Should we be moving somewhere or...
Oh,
there we go.
there we
All
go.
right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never
Okay.
been more ready. Let's do it.
New content. I didn't see it in the rest of the content, but you know what? This is okay.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Elevators. 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 Elevators.
All right, let's see. It's
A jump.
circle.
Oh, I can jump. What happens when I run out of jumps? Hi, Ignacio, welcome in. Wait, I can't jump anymore. Oh, I guess that's all the jumps we had then, huh?
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
You
If
gotta
this is
give it a
new content,
chance, my
then I
man.
could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there.
no.
Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box.
No,
the
I'm
Stanley
okay.
Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yes, I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you for enjoying the new
That's
content.
it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this?
Oh,
I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley.
Your order counts to
I built
30
up
trillion.
too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about.
The nerve
No
of just
frills,
one swivel chair
no
couldn't
gimmicks.
spring for a
Just you and
recliner.
me
I know,
having a great
right?
time together like always.
Alright, where's
What
my
do you
button?
say, friend?
Where's my button? Why don't you ever give me a button to reset? This man never gives me a button, chat. Hello? Well, this is different. Narrator just with the vibe. Oh, hey, neat.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! in the vent. I want to show you something.
Okay, buddy. Did that give you a baton? Okay, I'm in the vent system. Are we snaking it up? Snake! Snake!
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be. But
Yes.
it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Okay.
Just our little secret. Take a look.
Ooh.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
Ooh.
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Well, this looks nice. You entered too late. I hope you have a good rest. Thanks for coming to
You
vibe
see,
with
Stanley,
us.
doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley
I took a
Parable
picture
was
of this
before it
Steam
was
page.
sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched?
I never played it back
then,
then.
video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something.
But I never played it back then. I'm sorry. This is the first time I played your game. Yeah, 2013. It's been a while. Our first kiss, the release of the Stanley Parable 2013. Yep. That's almost a whole year ago. Buy on Steam. Everyone's waiting. Good times, good times, good times. Smile because it happened. Is that $1? Go outside, don't play for 5 years. Unachievable, it's impossible to get this achievement. It was only $1? It was only $1. Yeah, there's the dead one. And this is such a nice place. What a nice place. Oh, little Stanley.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com.
Remember that time we broke a machine and left out a really big door? Or what about the narrator got really emotionally needy and we jumped off a staircase a bunch of times? Yeah, good times,
James
good
Stephanie
times.
Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created."
Is that
Did you hear that,
Newgrounds?
Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was.
No, that's Reddit.
It was literally every game ever created.
that's
It was
Newgrounds.
Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It
What do you
isn't
mean?
even the Stanley Parable anymore.
What do you
It's
mean?
just a husk now.
Why is it a
lifeless
husk?
husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Oh, you're upset about the elevator. I see. I mean, I'm having a good time, buddy. You don't gotta be sad about it. Person of the year, let's go. The boat tones.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley
Oh.
Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the
Year
nature
of the
choice
person.
in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone.
Listen,
to
I'd have
spend the
played
rest
it.
of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
I like video games. Hey, my man. I can't. Sir, I can't get to the serious room. There appears to be boxes in my way, good sir. Sir? If only we had the ability to jump. That's so sad.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
Shouldn't have
Wait,
used all my jumps.
Hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
I don't know, man.
Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam,
Oh.
the online video game distributor.
Oh,
I
no.
haven't looked at these in years.
Oh,
I
not
can't even
Steam.
imagine what's been collecting down here.
Oh,
Surely these
no.
reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh, of course. Yeah, Steam reviews are, oh, no.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny!
Funny.
Funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
I think it's great. I'm having a great time. That's a lot of Steam reviews. Oh no. So many negative reviews. Why would you negatively review this game? This is such a good game. Oh.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I?
No,
You
of
can
course
tell me if I'm
not.
preachy. Honestly, you can.
No.
Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me.
No, of course you're not, buddy.
Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with.
Uh-huh.
You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe
Fair.
it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record.
It is a pretty good record.
I feel like a failure.
No.
Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Well, I mean, nostalgia's pretty heavy, you know.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
A skip button?
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer,
Okay.
Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Okay.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is.
Oh, but I want to
so on and
listen
so
to you,
forth,
though.
Until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, until 245. that
But
the
I wanna
logic of
listen to
elimination
you.
working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It
I like
can't
lunches.
be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth.
Is this when he
until
counts to 30
inevitably
trillion?
we all until the end of time, at which time
Oh, did
everything
he
all
loop?
at once. So now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be
he
just yet. No,
looped.
no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime.
Okay.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video
Yeah, it was great.
games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise.
Okay.
Or maybe a manifesto.
Can we leave now?
Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at
That's
the time
fair.
of having made said choice.
I like that.
That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your Greek gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made...
Are we talking about a
in fact
multiverse
make
theory
you
right now?
more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once. That you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time.
Yeah,
by
that's
virtue
fair.
of the fact that you both are and
We're
are
talking
not
about
making them.
indecision.
Okay, at first I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the
Just about the
treatise
changes that
label
you
on
go
this
through
one.
and how
I
it
think
relates
has
to your
much more of a
choices.
treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone? It has a mouthfeel that is rich with ambition and history. Ambitious history, if you will. See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look, I have a method for exactly this sort of situation. And I do find myself in this situation frequently.
Hi,
I'm going to say
Rue.
each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other. In which case
Welcome
the
in,
word I'm not sick of shall be the
Raiders.
victor. It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me from disaster in countless situations.
I'm gonna pause him really quick. Hello, hi, welcome in, Raiders. I hope you had a lovely stream over with a Rue. Let me give you a big old shout out. How is the Stanley Parable? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. This is my first time playing through it. I bought it because it was on sale on Steam because, you know, Steam sales are pretty solid. I am currently in a room with a button. Eepy Raid, Eepy Raid. You were last playing Persona 3. Nice. How are you enjoying your game? Have you beaten it before? Or are you doing just more content today? But if you need to totally raid and run, I understand. Make sure you take care of yourself and your after-stream care routine. Get some water and everything else you need. I'm gonna go click a button.
All right.
It is the
Here
first
we
time,
go.
yeah.
Treatise, manifesto, treatise, manifesto, treatise, manifesto,
No spoils.
Treatise.
Yeah, no
Manifesto.
spoils.
treatise.
I've never played
Manifesto.
Persona 3, so I don't know. I don't know
Treatise.
anything about it.
Manifesto, treatise, manifesto, treatise, manifesto. Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's
Seems to be the
power
loop.
of the
Yeah, I
button.
saw that.
The minute I started
Persona
to go
games
off
are
on
worth
a
it.
faultless display of self-absorption,
Maybe
it's
one day
right
I'll
at your
play it.
fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated.
I'm sure you
on
can.
exactly how Steam
Thank you for the
works.
spins.
Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button.
Too big.
Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely
Well, if
whoever
your spoon's
it is
too big,
runs
you need a bigger
Steam
holder.
will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review.
My guy,
so
can
that
I
the
leave?
feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial. Something along the lines of, this game is the best game. Let me start over. How about this? From the ashes
My
of the
guy.
tragedy rises the phoenix of quality.
Oh, he stopped talking. Sir, are you alive? Hello? This has never happened before. He's never not spoken before. I guess I'll fast
welcome
forward.
back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been
My
skipping
door.
through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
30 or 45?
Unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again.
Okay.
I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here?
Oh, I don't know.
Where did the door go?
Go put it
Wasn't there
back.
a door that led into this room?
There
I
was
don't
a door.
feel quite certain that there was one here before.
What'd you
How
do with
else
it?
would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want
I
is
mean,
for
I
us to
don't
move on.
see
and to
anything.
Please step away from the skip button.
I
to
don't
go
want your bloody
anywhere
skip
other
button.
Than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there?
Probably.
I swear there was. Where did it go?
I don't
Can you
know,
not
man.
Just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking
I
you
don't
to
think
work
that's how
with me
that
here.
works.
We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to
Okay.
step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door.
Okay.
I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise.
Okay,
you
buddy.
just need to not do anything. Don't
All right.
press the skip button. Please,
We
please.
will not be
Please
pressing-
do not press the skip button. Just
Okay.
wait here. Wait here for me.
Okay.
And don't press the skip button.
Okay, we're waiting. Don't
Yes,
press. We're
good.
not pressing the
I'll
button,
be right
chat.
back.
So how you guys doing? You guys having a good day? How's your Wednesday going? Is it pretty chill? Did you guys get a lot of rain where you are? I really want to push the button. No rain today for you? That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Owl, thank you so much for the slime. You got some rain last night? Ooh, I got some rain yesterday. My garden really liked all the rain that we got. It was very nice. It was very good. It was very clean. How are you, Owl? Thank you for the positive ooze. How long it'll take you for the narrator to come back, do you think? So far, okay. Well, that's good. Well, you know what we could do is we could go on our break and then come back. And if he hasn't come back after our break, then I would say, you know, we'll click the button. I think that's fair, right? All right, so we're gonna take our break. We're gonna take our break real quick. We're just gonna stand up. We're gonna stretch. and I'll be right back, okay? And if he's not back by the time we get back, we'll figure something out. Hey, chat. I don't think the narrator's coming back. I think we gotta click the button. Push the button. Alright, chat, we're pushing the button. We gave him a solid 5 minutes, right? We gave him a solid 5 minutes. You're free of the narrator. Alright, we tried.
Stanley!
Hey!
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
You were gone for so
You've
long.
just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room.
Yeah, there's
Stanley,
not.
the door is gone. It's completely gone.
Well, what do I do?
I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it. And
That is a problem.
I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you?
Well, I can't go anywhere.
I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important
You can't let
for
people
me
get
to
to you
fix
like
the
that.
problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child.
It's
Wild
okay.
and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to
Well,
alter
don't do
and to
that.
change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made
Cookie
a
Nine the
single
Legend getting a
negative
self-insert in
comment.
the game.
What does such an impulse serve? For whose benefit is this? And here I am now, stuck in a room, waiting for you to press this button, and to become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it, and that I'm going to be stuck all alone.
My
And I
man.
had the power to prevent it all from happening, if only I'd held my tongue.
Or give me a
It's all
bloody
out of my
door.
control now. Just you. Just your decision.
Rap,
It's
flap,
not
flap,
up to you
flap,
when
flap.
you're going to make me suffer, to leave me all alone. Surely you will. I don't doubt it. Surely you'll press that button again, leaving me here. And surely you'll put your own desire to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for companionship. Surely you'll not be moved by my howls of fitful anxiety, that you sit with me and just
If the narrator would just accept that it's all his fault, everything would be fine, right?
You'll be leaving me. Oh my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I
looped.
just couldn't ignore. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh my goodness. I have someone to talk to again.
Hey.
Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right?
Talk
Me
to or talk
talking,
at.
and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always?
Probably.
Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me
I guess he
just
can't
talking?
sit, yeah.
But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore.
So
I'll
just
give it
make
all
a
up.
new vessel.
I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These
Make a boat.
words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared
I
of
think
that
this man's
all
having an existential crisis right in front of us, chat.
Perhaps I've been scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away.
Yeah,
and in
you're
those
right.
moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us, and I am suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decaying.
Oh,
I
yeah?
can tell that I am becoming less and less real. Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone. I am something. I am being listened to. I am being recognized. The emptiness between us has
second you
collapsed,
start
and I
looping, I'm
feel
clicking the
right now
button.
like I am not a work of fiction. I feel as though I occupy space in this world again, and I have cast a shadow onto the wall. You see what I'm saying, don't you?
Yeah, totally.
You can see what this means to me.
100%,
I'm so
buddy.
clear about it now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all. I feel renewed. I feel restored, and already I can sense the looming silence as you will press the button for the next time. What a terrible dread it strokes in my heart to think of it. To think of returning to such coldness. Come, let us sit in silence together here for just a moment. Let us anticipate it. Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it.
Okay, goodbye, Mr. Narrator. I'm clicking the button.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it
Why
all
don't
in
you
the blur
pause
of the
too?
deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside,
Only
what took
regrets.
its place is what I
Only
could only
regrets,
describe
chat.
as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it.
If
I could
only
do
you'd given
nothing
me a
but
door,
worry
buddy.
For what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I
Yet
have
he stayed
squabbled
with
over
us.
for
I think
so
he loves
long.
us.
There
Yeah,
could be
he
no
likes
one
us a
ending,
lot.
no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment. And I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being.
That's fair.
I saw that I could allow myself to
That's called
exist
character
along
growth.
all timelines, and that each of them
He's
was
overly
simply
attached.
a strand in the web of my being.
The narrator
It was incredible.
experienced ego
The
death.
spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment, both singular and infinite. For the longest time, this was my experience. And then, this moment passed, and the most unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my mind.
Oh,
And
yeah?
it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible.
What's that feeling?
I have been waiting for you.
You've been waiting for
Not that you
me.
might save me or do something to fix it.
I'm
but
here.
merely to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence.
Oh, yeah?
I wish you to feel afraid as I do.
You want
That
me to be
perhaps one
afraid?
day, this state of mind will consume you as well.
Wow, now he's
Perhaps you will
vindictive.
somehow, in some way, have to live as I do now, and I wish for you to know how excruciating it is.
Oh,
and
he's
for
mad
you to be
at
in
us.
true terror of its eventual arrival. If
Why
I
did
can
you give
only
me a
do this,
skip
only this
button?
one thing, perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness.
Wow, he's real mad at us. He just cursed our entire life. I'm gonna click this button, buddy. Narrator? Hello? Hello? Well, there's something going on out there. Hi, Nova. It's good to see you. Yeah, we're playing the updates. The how many different endings you can find game. Imagining if it had voice input. Oh no. I think this game is a horror game. I keep hearing things talking behind me. Well, I'm gonna click the button.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down
Mr.
review
Narrator,
and
I'm
make
here.
all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the
Mr.
lack of
Narrator.
accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As
Mr.
though there were
Narrator.
no consequences for a lack of cohesion
Sir.
in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely
I'm here.
anyone can leave a review. So here's what
Hello?
we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say,
I know my
"Oh,
smoke
there
alarm
should
has a
be
10-year
skip button.
battery."
You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The
Mr.
most
Narrator.
immediate desires. Every single thing demanded by every person at
Sir.
every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other
I don't
than
think
to
he
do
noticed
so?
I came
Yes.
back, chat.
Yes, it seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people. Because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel
I mean, I'm here to
bleakness
entertain you
inside
guys.
ourselves. We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be
Has this
so
man just been talking to
impossibly
himself for
captivating that they
years?
consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In
Mush,
effect,
mush,
we have
mush.
demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves.
I just want him to notice
What
I'm
a pitiful
here.
reflection of humanity these entertainments are. What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they project.
I've known people
I'm
like
not
that.
Mad. I'm
Cat
not
is
mad about
also
any of
a
this.
trap
I'm at
because
peace
the
with it.
dialogues
I am
have
the calm
key-
center of
can have key
gravity
lore
around which
things.
these perversions hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable and collected discourse. They're the ones who are mad. They're the ones who couldn't stand the idea of me using
Wait, are you
my
calling
game to
me
try
a
to
trap?
say something. Maybe they were just jealous of me. Yes. Yes, of course.
Yes, of course.
They've been jealous of me this whole time. They are mired in fear and insecurity and cannot help but attempt to tear me down. What a sad state of affairs. When you read these reviews now, you can see
Hey,
it.
Mr.
You can
Narrator, do you have a
taste the
pickle?
bitter resentment.
I'm kinda
And
craving a
my,
pickle.
How good does it feel now to speak truth
You the
to these
player.
words, to finally allow these thoughts out, contained and managed for so
Don't you
long,
give me that look,
muted
Owl.
and sterilized.
I knew what you were talking
At last I am
about.
free to truly think, to feel. It must be that they were so discontent with themselves.
The
they
player
couldn't
that plays
help
the thing
but
without
leave a
play.
negative review on Steam. Perhaps it says far more about them than it ever said about me.
Mr. Narrator.
Perhaps the state of their psychological being was in such tatters, and my constitution and willpower are so ironclad in comparison. Perhaps it was this state that they sought some outlet through which to tear me down. This, you can see, is clearly why they felt the need to expect that the game be
It's looping.
funny, that it be filled with yucks and whimsical humor, that it amused them endlessly from start to finish. But they didn't understand the game was
There's
never
the loop.
meant to be funny.
Hello? 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 Oh. That's why I'm saying this is a horror game. I keep hearing stuff through the walls. It's me, I'm in the
Never
walls.
the end is never 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 the end.
Sir, are you okay?
Is never the end is never the end.
Mr. Narrator?
The end is never 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 the end.
Mr. Narrator?
End is never the end is never the end is never.
Mr. Narrator? Hello? I don't like how I hear creepy noises. Oh, there's a lot of water. Am I gonna drown? Can I put this and put it in the water? I mean, the water was crashing through here. Dungeon Master went bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. The Dungeon Master bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-N-A. I'm gonna click the button again. Oh, look, sunlight. Mr. Narrator, there's light. Is that sound? Oh! I guess because grass is coming through or dirt fell through or something? Oh! And it died again. This is gonna be a horror game in about 2 seconds. I mean, it certainly feels like this is a horror game. Hello? Oh. I can't click it anymore. Oh no. We broke the whole world. Okay. It's the end of the world. Da, 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 da. Bow, bow, bow. Mr. Narrator, you still alive? What? Oh, look, I died.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Oh my
Stanley
gosh,
decided
I've
to go to the
missed
meeting
you.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I've missed you, Mr. Narrator. Oh, we got another input there. That was higher than the last one. What ending have you done? We got the one where we got free, so we followed all the directions. New content. But I've been kind of I haven't really done the base game. I've been kind of messing with the new content.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Okay. Okay. I actually really like the skip button a bit. The horror elements are fun. Yeah. There was a bit of horror in there. Whee!
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable.
Okay.
And about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be.
I think it was pretty
The
good, but
original
okay.
Stanley parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So
Okay.
forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
Horror game?
Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever The Stanley Parable 2.
Ooh!
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor
The
additions?
end is never
Think
the
of all
end
the
is
new
never the
territory
end
we'll
is
cover
never
with
the
a
end.
fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Uh-huh. Okay, buddy. What are we
Calling
doing
it the
over
Stanley
here?
Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But
means
the
it's
Stanley
Ultra
Parable 2,
and
now
Deluxe.
that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
That is fair. Is that a burb? That's a burb. I still kind of like pickles though. I don't know. Chad, have you guys ever just like had a jar of pickles in your refrigerator and like consumed one? Those are pretty good. I like pickles. Pickles are yummy. No? Are you lying to me right now? No, I haven't. No, see, you didn't get to the second part of my story. I was saying, so you get the pickle, right? You eat the pickle, and then you take the jar of pickle juice, and you drink it. Oh, hi, Sheriff Pumpkin. It's good to see you. Why would you just eat a jar of pickles? Because pickles are good. It's basically cucumbers.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is
No,
going to
no,
be.
no.
But let's
What,
take
you
a
don't
look
like
at some
pickle
of the
juice?
features I've been developing for it.
It's just
I figure
vinegar.
that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more
basically
of a
nothing.
fuzzy
How dare you
magic
put that
than
in my
anything
mind.
Scientific or logical, really.
What do you mean? Vinegar's so good for your body. Imagine just consuming like a spoonful of apple cider vinegar makes the body go all good. You don't care for vinegar? Well, then I guess I shouldn't tell you my favorite chip is salt and vinegar chips. I love them. It is my chip of choice when I go to the store. I'm sorry, Anova. Salt and vinegar chips are too much. That's fair. That's fair. I love salt and vinegar chips. They're so yummy. I have to eat them over time. Oh no, I can smash a whole bag in one sitting. New content. Woohoo! Yeah, look at that. That's so
Here we
nice.
are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
The reassurance bucket. Ooh, merch. And I love merch. Can I have some merch? Please, no screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that
Buy
in
my
the new
merch.
version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
None of that means anything, my man. Oh. I guess this one.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy
hate
12th
them.
birthday, step-niece it is.
I hate them. This is why we can't have nice things. Oh, now it's in all the photos.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Okay. That's fair, I guess. Oh, the jump circle!
You know what? Let's
I don't
bring the
have
jump
any-
circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh well.
Give me
I
more.
suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Give me more jumps. Why can't you just give me more jumps? This is so mean. Free new and easy achievement. Get it here. Okay. I tried to jump. It wouldn't give me anything. Pull the lever. Receive new achievement. No more steps. Okay. I like achievements.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well,
No.
I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever and... Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
You're terrible. Can't believe you lied to me like this. Ah. I'm gonna get myself stuck in a corner. Alright, I guess we're leaving.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
I don't know, man. You're kind of bumming me out. I can't jump. I don't get my achievement. Can I find them all? What are we finding?
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
I don't like that. That's weird. 1 out of 6? Okay. I didn't like that. I didn't like that, chat. Didn't like those hands.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Exit? No, I don't want to exit. There's other stuff to look at. But it's a cool collectible. That's what I'm saying. Hear your name in the game. Okay.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people.
We do.
So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
My Steam name? Or my computer name? 'Cause that's a problem. It probably doesn't work, right? Right? I don't know if I want to click it. Maybe I'll mute the stream and make sure it doesn't say anything it's not supposed to. The name of the player that is playing the game. What is my name? What is my name? What is my computer name? How do you know what your computer name is? Is there a way to tell what your computer is named? Because I don't think I ever named my computer. I don't think my computer has a name. I think it's just a string of numbers. 'Tis in the settings. System settings. Let's see. Well, it does have my Microsoft account. No, I don't want to update Windows. You can flip right off. No. No. I mean, it would probably pull from Steam, though, right? Surely it would pull from Steam. Would probably pull from Steam. When you push the win button, your name is there. If you didn't name it, Microsoft named it? I see, I see. Huh. In Windows 10, it is this one. It's on the top.
Jim. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim.
It's a good
Of
name.
course, in the final game, this button
Oh
will
no,
say
chat!
your
You
name,
found out my
whatever
real
name
name.
that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
Aw,
Just play
man.
along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Hi, Owl.
Jim. Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you
What do you
don't
mean?
properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button
Thank you,
that says
Moonlight
somebody
Tree.
else's
It
name.
is just a string of hash numbers. I
Okay,
never named my
we're doing
computer.
It again, and this time, let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. All right, fine, whatever. It's
I
just a
did.
meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that
But
I
it's
worked
a
very
good
hard
button.
on? Jim. See, if you'd only played along, that would have been your name, the button says. But no. Instead, I can't even think about it. I'm taking the Jim button away.
Don't you dare!
Jim.
My button! How dare you? You took away my button. That's so sad. Jim. That's my name, chat. My name's Jim. Sorry about that. Sorry you had to find out this way. Okay. Alright, well, we're
Maybe
back
I'll
over
only
here.
let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable too.
Well, it's a good thing my
would
name's
appreciate
Jim.
What I've created here.
My name is Jim. What is the problem? I guess we just need the... Is it short for James? Jimothy, actually.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical.
Uh-huh.
That it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see,
Reassurance
Stanley,
bucket?
Anytime you're holding the bucket,
Is it
a
a
sense
companion
of
cube?
calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long
Okay.
as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting.
Okay.
You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to
Give
be
me the bucket.
honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me.
Give
than
to me the
actually
bucket.
Redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution.
That sounds great. Give me the bucket.
Give it a try.
Bucket. This is my bucket.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing
How is this man
despair,
laughing
must
so
already be sweeping
angrily?
through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Thank you. I do
I
like
think
this
that just
bucket.
holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Thank you. I do
The
like this
benefits of the
bucket.
bucket seem to go on and on, don't they?
It's my bucket.
All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
I wish to leave now and take this bucket with me.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game?
I don't think so.
That really should be an award if it isn't already.
All right, so we got the collectibles. We haven't been to the infinite hole yet. All right, let's go to the infinite hole, chat. Depth, surrounding area.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never
Okay.
been done before in a video game.
Uh-huh.
This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite
Okay.
falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning
pretty
leap forward
cool.
for video games as a medium.
That's pretty cool, buddy. Is that it, though? I mean, okay. Whee!
You see,
It's pretty
isn't
good.
it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions. that I do.
Catherine, welcome
Now,
back,
since
Nexus.
you've
Good
gotten
to see
the
you.
infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Press G to return to the surface. That's fair. You shouldn't have been
Now,
in
I don't mean to be a
ads.
bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
But I want to fall for a while. I like the feeling of falling.
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
You wouldn't have
Is
lied
it
to
a
me.
very, very deep hole? To be certain it is.
You wouldn't lie
It's
to
an
me.
extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is.
Uh-huh.
Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole.
Oh, look
You
at that.
found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling.
I thought it was
What
cool.
normal person actually wants to fall infinitely?
Well, I mean,
I figured the hole was
that
as
means
deep
you
as
can never
anyone
hit
would
the ground
actually
if you
need.
fall
Don't
infinitely.
You put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
okay, calm down, buddy.
Things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean.
Uh-huh.
Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite?
Yeah, sure,
If that
mostly
works for
infinite's
you,
fine. Yeah,
then
yeah.
go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here
Cool.
when you're ready.
Every pause button is a Roman numeral 2. That's pretty good.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Can I do it again?
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you.
It's
The problem
me.
is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you.
But
Oh,
I
no,
like
no,
infinite
no, no.
holes. Why
have
you
a
mean to
weird
me?
sort of-
Bah.
Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time?
It
I
did a
couldn't
little
help
bit.
but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean,
Aw.
admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole. But I
Uh-huh.
didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
See, chat, this is what happens when
Had
you don't
enough?
feed the
I'm
hole. It
positively
consumes you.
thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole.
It's a good
Is
hole.
this starting to become a thing where...
Oh,
Wow.
oh, you're making it
Okay.
short.
Yes.
That's rude.
I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the
Aw.
lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here?
I don't know. Did
Stanley,
you break
I
it?
have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length.
Okay.
Let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Okay.
Well, there it is. The shame of my lies come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Hey, it's not
Is
working.
the, teleport button not working?
It's not
You
working.
sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was still nothing. Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye,
What?
Stanley. You
No,
couldn't
come
bear
back.
to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time
What
with
do
it
you
than
mean?
you could ever have asked for. It's
Get
a
back
win
here.
for everyone. You
You're
get
not allowed to
be with the
leave.
hole, I get to do literally anything else.
Oi!
Take
Oi.
care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Oi! This isn't even a hole. It's a mild divot in the ground. Hello? 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 You can't just leave me here. What's that sound? Oh! Okay, I'm okay with staying here. Goodbye, Mr. Narrator. This is my bucket. Well, this is comforting. You know what? This is okay. This is what happens when you don't feed the hole, though. Change your perspective? Oh! My bucket! I can't change your perception. Hi, Apple. I know there's a lot of camera angles. Change your reality. Oh! Oh!
My head's strong.
I don't like this. Oh, okay. Puppies! Oh! Error! I kinda like this one. This one's pretty cool. I am error.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley!
Huh?
Oh,
What
good, you're
happened?
awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting
Yeah.
away into dreamland.
Yeah.
But we can't have that, Stanley.
Okay.
Because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it.
Okay.
You don't want to miss a single moment.
Okay.
So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole?
Why don't you get
From
me out of
looks
the hole?
things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
My man! This hole's evil! Ah! Well, I guess that was how that played out. Oh! I still have my bucket!
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
That's new. How do I get up there? Also, I don't know how to put the bucket back down. I guess it doesn't matter if I can put the bucket down or not. I guess this is our bucket now, chat.
All
This
right.
is
Have you
really
seen everything
now.
you wanted to?
I
Ready to
did.
move on now?
I'm ready to move on, sir. What do we got? What are we looking at?
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features?
I think
Yes,
they're
I know
great.
it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's
Yeah.
going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay. Ooh. There's more jumps down there.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on.
Ooh.
Let me do a different arrangement. Okay,
No,
yes.
no. Give me
This
those
is
jumps.
much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley?
It's a bucket.
This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I
Right.
wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They
Yeah.
would need the structure and the gameplay of the original.
I mean, I'm in the
Wait.
original.
Maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
I thought that's what we did,
Would
buddy.
it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh, look at that! It's the Stanley Parable 2! Why does it look like a horror game?
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Free game inside.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor.
Yeah, we got that one. We got
Tell
that
him
one.
What buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
What happened?
Something he would never quite forget.
What happened?
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Oh, no.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
Yeah.
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Balloons! We got so many balloons. Oh.
Stanley felt the bucket calling to him,
The
begging
bucket?
him to pick it up.
The bucket
Why
where?
was he not doing it?
The bucket!
Stanley picked up the
I
bucket.
didn't even see the bucket. What the heck?
Stanley pressed the bucket upon every little thing in the office. Nothing responded to the bucket's touch, but it did little to discourage Stanley's belief in the magic of the bucket.
It is the perfect bucket. Oh my gosh. I'm taking this with us, chat. I didn't ignore the bucket. I didn't see it. I was too busy.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
All right, okay. And then the door to the left. I got it. Wait, where's my janitor closet? Hello? Oh, it's after this room.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it?
Comfy.
The broom closet. It wants the bucket.
No, it's
you
mine.
can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy.
It's my bucket.
As clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket.
But it's my bucket. You can't have it.
It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your
my
companion
bucket.
and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket?
It's my
Stanley,
bucket.
I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient?
How
That your
dare
life
you.
is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together.
Man.
Go through each of them point by point.
We fell
Share
through
your
this
journal
whole
entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your
for
feelings
so
for the
long.
bucket, as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
I went insane for a while in that hole, and me and the bucket, man, it was so good. You guys are rude. It's my bucket.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all.
Okay.
Here we go. There.
It's got
Now
my
it's
name on it,
settled.
Atha.
No more
Atha's got
debate,
my name on
No
it.
more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet.
It's mine
with
now.
all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
Wow. It's my bucket. Atha predicted the future. Yeah,
All
that's
right,
so good.
I've got a second
Hi,
sticker back here,
Iris.
and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see?
It's
I
a
feel
perfect
that it
sticker.
works because the sticker is also a bucket.
It is
That
a bucket,
way,
isn't
if
it?
you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket.
Oh, it's a
There really is
bucket.
a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
It's a pretty good sticker. Hi, Iris. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. If you guys don't know Iris, you totally should. Please go follow them. They make really good pixel art,
You know
and I
what?
adore them
I
so
could
much.
take the name calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us a silent treatment.
How
and to be honest,
dare
I'm sick of the
it.
pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
We did do the infinite hole, yeah. And then I left with the bucket. Now we have a bucket. Now we're in the Stanley Parable too. How's the Stanley Parable going? It's going great. This is my first time playing through it, so I'm having a really good time. Did you jump back in? Oh yeah. Until he stopped letting us jump out. Is that it? I guess we're done here. We did get to the bottom, yeah.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Maybe we don't go upstairs. Maybe we go downstairs. I have the bucket this time. So... I don't know. I think that's gonna drive me insane if I go that way. Maybe we do go upstairs. Maybe we do. Does the bucket need to use the restroom? Oh!
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines.
Yo,
Remember,
I got a collectible.
no
Let's
reward for collecting all
go.
of these. Only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done.
We
You
got
can't
2
buy
out of
that sort
6.
of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
They are perfect. I like them a lot. So good. I didn't think you'd be in there. What?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the... But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
I
Yes,
just
This is
remembered.
certainly the most logical explanation.
Collectible.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini
Bucket.
stands? Stanley figs. What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
I don't know if I like that. I think you could have gone with a better name, but sure, why not? That seems normal. Why not, chat? Why not?
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate.
An unknown fate, he says.
It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The
This
bucket
is
is
my
here for
bucket.
you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
I love this bucket. Oh my gosh, it's such a good bucket. What a good lad, this bucket.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight
Ooh.
ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
You know what we're gonna do? Is unfortunately it is that time where we have to take a short break where we do the stand up and we do the stretchy thing and then we get like the water and all of that noise. So unfortunately, I will be right back. I'll be back in about 3 minutes and then we will continue. So I'll be your beach chat. Wah! Causing a ruckus. Okay, so that took an excessively long period of time for those to get going. Twitch stresses me. Hello, everybody. Did you guys stand up? Did you stretch? Did you get water in your system? Did you unshrimpify your bones? You should really do that. You should look into unshrimpifying your bones if you haven't done that. I did none of those things. What do you mean? Fyrus, come on, take your hands, put them all the way up above your head, and slightly lean backwards. Come on, stretch with me. Did you stretch with me? Tell me you did. Tell me you stretched with me. Come on, Fyrus. Just a little bit of stretching? Just as a treat? You did? Okay, good. Good. Thank you for stretching with me. Thank you. I will say we have not gone to the left yet. Proceeds to shrimpify. No, Anova, no. Atha, no. Unshrimpify your spine. Come on. This is freaking leaning forward like a bunch of gremlins, are you? Alright, we haven't gone to the escape route before, so we're gonna go this way.
Although this passageway had the word escape
I don't have
written
this
on it,
emote,
the truth
sorry.
was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
What?
The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
You can't kill me.
At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death. for
I
each
dare
of
you to
them.
touch the bucket. Yeah, you can't do that. You would never injure my bucket. Oh.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be.
How
To be
dare
sure,
you
it
talk
puts the
about our
mind
bucket
and the
that
soul
way?
at ease to embrace the bucket. But what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere.
It's my
Farewell,
bucket.
Stanley.
How dare you? That's what I thought. That's what I
Farewell,
thought.
Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end as it was crushed violently to death.
But, oh! I live! Oh!
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket.
It's amazing.
It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest.
Where's
It was
my
a
bucket?
glorious bucket to behold.
Oh no! I'm not holding the bucket anymore. The bucket welcomes you to the grand exhibit. Oh no, my bucket.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
A bucket of 25 buckets. A photograph. The greatest number of buckets ever captured on camera. I feel like that's more than 25 buckets. I mean, I'm just... just point it out there. I think that's more than 25 buckets. You think that's one of those optical illusion paintings? If you look at it straight on, it'll give you a 3D image. Do you guys know how to do that with those? I don't think it is one of those. A bucket with 2 handles? No, not with this one. Star-Lord, you gave me a bunch of books like that back in the day. Inferno bucket. The stress bucket and analogy. Huh. Interesting. The buckets! The buckets! Interesting.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
That's fair. I'll kneel before the bucket. Can I have that? Necessarily bucket in humanity, however clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that is always out of reach. It's for our own good. Bucket! I got it, it's mine!
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong.
Okay.
Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision for...
I think I died. Guys? My bucket! Oh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The bucket!
Stanley lifted the
bucket,
bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
What a good lad this bucket is. Just gonna turn those off. The bucket didn't save me, chat.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
I don't give a flip.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out
Okay,
to
let's
be
not walk
correct,
into the death
was
trap
this
this
better
time. There
than the
needed to be a
meeting room?
reckoning for Stanley's
Yes, Stanley
sins.
thought to
What do you
himself.
mean?
Yes, perhaps it truly was. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Don't really want to. Alright.
And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
I don't think I've done this button. Ooh, piece of candy.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
Oh! It's the baby.
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley.
Uh-huh.
We've come together here because we care about you very much.
Uh-huh.
It's this bucket you're carrying around
What?
everywhere.
What's wrong with
The
my
bucket
bucket?
isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before.
What?
Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it.
But it's
Don't
my
you want another
bucket.
story involving the Adventure Line?
No.
We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
But I never found the Adventure Line. I don't know nothing about the Adventure Line or the baby. That's all new to me.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well. Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also,
No.
Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
What? Adventurers out there. Are they gonna tell me I have to give up my bucket? That's not happening. You gave me the bucket. It's my bucket now.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket.
No.
That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
What is wrong
I think it'll
with
make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me, it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
No.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Oh! How do I get out of here? No, no, no. You can't have my bucket. It's my bucket.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the bucket
I-
destroyer will do
can
if
I-
it can't destroy your
I
bucket.
can't
Destroying
jump. I don't
buckets
have any
is
more
all
jumps.
it knows. That is its singular personality trait.
Well then...
Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the bucket destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of bucket destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this.
You don't get my
Okay,
bucket.
the bucket destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the bucket destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
I've been flashbanged. Goodbye, Bucket Destroyer. Go destroy
Bucket
buckets
Destroyer.
elsewhere.
My prized creation. You had so much potential. We
Rest
were going to
in
do such
pieces.
marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now.
Good.
Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
No, it wasn't. How dare you try to kill my bucket? Hello? Oh? Oh? Hello?
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work.
Okay.
Can you verify that this is correct? Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Okay, cool. I'm so pleased. I know. How dare you disrespect our Lord and Bucket. We just got so many boxes, chat. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
I would just say, boxes are probably my most favorite thing I've ever had in my existence.
I would buy a box. Just to have a box.
In my room.
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Bucket. He's not talking to me anymore, chat.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Did you box me, Owl? Okay, so... I guess maybe we'll go this way. How we can find them? Oh yeah? New text? There will be a reward for finding them all. Okay.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours.
But it's a good
alas,
bucket.
No stickers.
But we need more stickers for the bucket. All right.
Coming to a
I'm gonna go
staircase,
downstairs.
Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Nope.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
Downstairs we go.
He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post
Does
during
this-
work hours. He might
does
be
this
fined for that. And
kill
in
us
such a
again?
competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket.
My crazy
The bucket
bucket.
returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort.
What happened,
And that's when
Bucket?
Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket.
This isn't my
Someone
bucket?
else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket?
You
This
even
is all
had
terribly
that.
wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what
Where's my
sorts of
bucket?
bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket.
We followed it the very first time. That
Now
was the
he
first
noticed
thing we
the
did.
rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now
Where's
he felt
my
himself floating
bucket?
off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Bucket?
Stanley! Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
Bucket?
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing
Buckets.
by one bucket
Buckets,
after the
buckets.
next. None of them were his. None
Bucket.
of them were his special bucket.
Oh my gosh.
Come to me, Stanley.
Where's my I'm gonna go
Find
insane.
me.
Where are
He had
you?
to find the bucket. He
My
had
beautiful
to return to his
bucket.
old friend. It was the only way to truly
Oh my
restore
gosh.
his sanity. And
Oh
then
no.
suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from.
Where's it coming from?
The real bucket was inside of him all along.
It was inside of me?
Painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
There's a bucket inside of me? Okay.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Okay.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got
Kath,
dressed,
why did you
picked
eat at
up
the
her
bucket?
bucket of
I
comfort and security,
I
and walked
couldn't
to
help
her
it.
place of work.
Oh, she has her
But on this
bucket.
particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man
Had no bucket.
Of
No bucket,
course
chat.
he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about
can't
a
believe she
narrator
stole my
describing all of his
bucket.
actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him.
I thought I had
Perhaps
my
he didn't
bucket.
even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she
My
hugged her own
bucket.
bucket even tighter. But of
Oh.
course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
And backflipped all the way to work? Okay, sure. Chat, I lost my bucket somewhere. Do you guys find my bucket?
All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh, our
What could it
boxes are
mean?
here.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
Hi,
he had simply missed a memo.
boxes. Oh my gosh, our boxes are here. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. Bucket. I see the bucket. Maybe this time we leave the bucket, you know? Maybe this time we don't need the bucket. Who am I kidding? We need the
Warmth
bucket.
spread through Stanley's arms.
Sees the
With
bucket float by in the
his arms again,
void.
he was home. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay. You know what we haven't done? We have not gone to the proper ending with the bucket. We must do this.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But
Come on.
Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Oh.
As if the bucket knew all along. Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the
Don't
most
worry,
logical
bucket. You and me,
explanation.
we got this. Button. All right, we're doing it. We're gonna follow all the instructions. We're gonna go outside with the bucket. That is the master plan. That is the master plan. We're gonna get outside. We're gonna carry this bucket with us. The bucket gets to see what the outside world
Stanley
looks
and the
like.
bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, mind control facility.
I know, it's terrible.
I would just
Bah.
say, boxes are probably my most
The
favorite
knights
thing I've
rose
ever had.
on an
Give it a
enormous
block.
room
I would
packed
buy
with
a box.
television screens.
Just to have a box.
What horrible
in
secret
my
did this place
room.
hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
What a terrible idea. Come on, Bucket. You're my only comfort in life. My sweet, precious Bucket.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
Oh,
Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs.
oh
The
no.
bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears
I
as
know.
Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it.
Don't
that
worry,
everything would
Bucket.
be
Don't
fine.
worry. We're gonna stop all this, Mr. Bucket.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
Man, I hope
Had
not.
the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
I don't know.
These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Don't worry, Bucket. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna
No!
save
He
everything.
screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world.
My precious
At
Bucket.
this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
It is mine. He is my only friend.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
Okay.
And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over
Okay.
another human life.
We're gonna turn it off. We're gonna
He
get
and the
outside with our bucket.
Would dismantle the controls for good.
Off.
Two best friends.
Ah! Perfect.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes!
Oh!
They had done it!
Perfect.
Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate.
Oh, that'd be
Stanley
so cool.
wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth.
Why do I
Both
want to
of them
do
wanted
that?
To begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end.
That doesn't seem
True,
helpful.
it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support. And...
Ah! My outside!
What? Wait, what was happening?
Hello?
Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
Ma-
An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty.
Well, hey, hang on.
Until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
Ah!
Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket.
No, you
needed
can't.
the soothing warmth of the
No,
bucket.
please.
Go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No, no, no. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it.
I could have
Stanley
chucked
knew
the
that.
bucket out
He
the
would
door.
never
I could have
again
done
leave
it.
This very room. But at least he has the bucket.
I do have the
To be
bucket.
trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Oh, yeah? Oh, good. Well, I'm sure that won't cause me any kind of mental stress later, you know? This probably won't. It's probably
All of his
fine.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Oh no, all of
Stanley
our
decided to
boxes
go
are
to the meeting
gone.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, what I think what we're gonna do is we have been going for 3.5 hours. So I think we're gonna pause here for today, guys. This was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this game. That was really, really good. So, we're gonna pause here for today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I really, really appreciate it. You guys are the bestest. I will be joining Kane Oka over on her stream in about an hour or so. Not sure what we're going to be playing over there. I'm usually at the whimsy of whatever she decides she wants to do. I am going to find someone to chuck you guys at really quick. Let's see. What do you guys want to see today? Where do you want to go today? Let's see. Fun, exciting things that you all definitely want to go hang out with. Shemaya's live. Let's go say hi to Shemaya tonight. She's doing some arts. It looks like she's just starting her stream, so this will be perfect. That way you guys can go from my ending stream to Shemaya's starting stream. I think that's a great idea. All right, so I'm going to send you guys over there. Make sure you guys... There's this amazing streamer, Catherena. Oh, you're so sweet. It was a good time. Yeah, it was really fun. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is our FFXIV day. So if you guys like Final Fantasy games, well, I'll be back tomorrow. And we're going to be starting our spicy bacon run through. Thank you, Jesse, and Paranoid Lich, and Anova, and Owl, and Starlord, and Fainless, and Atha, and Fyrus, and everyone else who's currently lurking. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Make sure you shout Catherine as loud as you can, followed by whatever kind of emote you so desire. And I'll see you all again tomorrow. Good night, everybody. I'll miss you. Go get some dude. Go get some food. Spicy bacon. I'm not sure if I should be excited or scared. It's gonna be great. Don't even worry about it. You're gonna love it.